And now, for a time to let in the Norse thread of wisdom through the frequency of the skald, this transmissional wisdom tradition, the poetry of the north, of Scandinavia, and the cosmology that lies within. So I'll be bringing forward my version of that transmission. And that's a bit of the background. We'll go into a form of prayer and invocation, a bit of teaching, a breath practice, and closing with a song. That's the structure for this Odinsday service that you found today. And this Norse mystic perspective is sharing one of the realization of this supreme reality, that these gods and goddesses we venerate so much are divine aspects that live and dwell with us. We are not separate from them. We are in concert and harmony with them at all times. And this transmission, this service is a part of that remembrance. So I'm Aaron. I'm a teacher and guide of this Norse mystic path. And I welcome you. So please make yourself comfortable in any way. If you're driving, bring us along with you as you drive and just tune in and listen. If you're cooking, have this cook with you. And if you're in your space, be very comfortable in any way that suits you. And I invite you to listening with your cells, your blood, your bones, listening with your heart space, and most importantly, your soul. And so now a prayer to open this space. To the Norns, the weavers of fate, Urd, Verdandi, and Skuld, thank you for showing us how to weave our lives with you. To the divine feminine, may we be a reflection of your power, grace, creativity, wisdom, love, and forgiveness. To the divine masculine, may we be the aligned architecture of spirit, courageous, humorous, strong, and kind. To the Disir, to the Skulds, to our mother the earth, Midgard. May the strings we touch on today be a part of that greater fabric connecting and uplifting us all. And so it is, amen. And so now a teaching from this Norse mystic perspective on the subject of soul, this concept, this notion, this place, this very real inhabitants that is soul. And can we influence and listen to our soul? Most certainly. And as a Norse mystic would say, or a Sufi mystic, or any mystic tradition around the world, you'd get the same answer. So how is this possible to connect to, influence, and be in a process of relationship to soul? Perhaps some of the ways you may first think about it is to enact something, doing something that invokes your soul, something, an action or an activity. And that's very helpful. Another way to think about this from a Norse perspective is that soul is connected to mind. These are not separate entities. They overlap in the essence and substance of these subtle realms. Soul and mind are connecting and influencing. So noticing thoughts, interjecting with new thought patterns, and perhaps even interjecting a thought that the soul may have. A way that this can be brought in any moment is to say things and think it in your mind. I am eternal. I am connected. To usher in thoughts as a soul might think. I am whole. And this thought begins a cultivation. And this cultivation influences this vibration. And our vibration echoes and reverberates from our center and leaves its impression in this world. And so as soul and mind are connected and they influence each other in practice, why is that important to a Norse mystic or this Norse mystic tradition? Well, there seems to be a certain emphasis laid forward on what we leave behind when we die. Not materially, but what echoes from our being here in these bodies. And our concern about that and how we cultivate and enrich what is left behind, what echoes, what songs will be sung about us, what will be spoken of us. Words like reputation. And so now a practice, just one of the many mystic ways to come to that connection to soul through breath. And this is und breath, this Old Norse word und is spirit, is the divine spark. So as you start to connect to this und, this breath, try that perspective on and take it with you today, remembering that this inhale and exhale is the very subtle space that connects soul and body. Always here, your ally in remembering your divine inheritance. Und is the gift from Odin, that animated life. So start to breathe in more deeply. And as you do so, on no particular count, just slow your breath down and make it circular. And that is your inhales and exhales create a circle. There's no pause in between. Breathing in to fill up the belly, the rib cage, and then breathing out to let the torso release. Breathing through the nose, sealing the lips. Keep this going. Maybe you're breathing even slower, more expansive, to a 4 or 5 count on your inhale and exhale. As you start to create that circle, that inhale and exhale, without pause at the top or bottom. Feeling the air, the spirit inhabit the lungs, coming in through the nostrils and emptying out. And this is not just air you're breathing, this is the divine spark, this und. And now that soul's thought, I am eternal. I want you to repeat that with your mind. I am eternal. I am connected. I am whole. And here, this place of mind, this place of thought, and this eternal space of soul can link up. Breathing more deeply if it calls to you. Letting your exhales allow for a deeper relaxation to come amongst your cells, your tissues, your muscles. And as you're here in this space of spirit, on the breath, any other thoughts that a soul might have, bring them into this space. And you're welcome to keep that going as I transition now to the next part of this service. And so now a song. The song is Helvegen, the road to hell, the road to death, the road to the next world, the transition. And in this song, the question is, who will sing for me? And what will be sung about me? And as we contemplate that for ourselves, that space of what lives on after we die, what will live on after these trees behind me are no longer, what will live on after I'm no longer here, this guitar is no longer here. Odin'sday spura yktrar kaldı så kaldı. Exogona sukte, exogona sende. Gav meg dråper så ramme av valfarets vann. Odin'sday spura yktrar kaldı så kaldı. Breathing in and out. Und, this spirit, always divine spirit, always divine spark. And we often forget. So breathe and remember. We thank all beings that brought us to this moment, all events that brought us to this moment, all inhales and exhales that have been taken and have yet to transpire. Gratitude, thankful to the ancestors without whom we would not be breathing this gift right now.